In today's video, we're talking about a huge trade happening right now between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is one of the most significant moves in recent NFL history, and it could completely reshape both teams' strategies for the upcoming season. We'll break down the players involved, how this trade impacts the teams, and what it means for the Chiefs as they make moves to strengthen their roster. Stick around as we dive deep into the details and speculate on how this could change the future of both franchises. The trade we're talking about involves two powerhouse teams, the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. Both teams are contenders for the top spot in the AFC, and this trade could be a game-changer. We'll discuss who is being traded, what each team is getting in return, and the immediate implications. While the details are still emerging, we know that the Chiefs are looking to bolster their roster, and the Bills are looking to improve in specific areas. This trade could potentially shift the balance of power in the AFC for years to come. So, who exactly is involved in this trade? The Kansas City Chiefs have made a bold move to acquire a top-tier player from the Bills, and the Bills are sending a star player in return. The trade revolves around two key positions, one offensive and one defensive. These moves show just how seriously both teams are taking this offseason. The Chiefs are looking to get stronger on defense, while the Bills are enhancing their offensive firepower. This trade could directly impact both teams' Super Bowl aspirations. For the Chiefs, this trade could provide an immediate boost to their roster. We all know how strong the Chiefs' offense is, led by Patrick Mahomes, but their defense has been a topic of discussion for years. By acquiring a standout player, the Chiefs are addressing their defensive concerns head-on. This trade could mean the Chiefs are looking to become more balanced, and with a stronger defense, they could be even more dangerous next season. On the flip side, the Buffalo Bills have made a bold move to strengthen their offense. With Josh Allen at the helm, the Bills already have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but this trade could elevate their offensive game even further. By acquiring a new player, the Bills are sending a message that they are ready to contend for a Super Bowl. With this addition, expect a more dynamic and explosive offense from the Bills next season. So, how does this trade affect the Chiefs' chances of making it to the Super Bowl next season? Well, with the addition of a key defensive player, the Chiefs are looking to balance their offense and defense better. In recent seasons, their offense has been their strength, but they've struggled at times on defense. This trade should help shore up their defensive line and make it more difficult for opposing teams to score. If the Chiefs can stay healthy, this could be the piece that puts them over the top. This trade also shows the Chiefs' strategy moving forward. They're not just relying on their existing roster to carry them. They're making strategic moves to improve where it matters most. By strengthening their defense, they're showing they understand the importance of balance in football. The Chiefs are gearing up to be a more well-rounded team, and this trade is a clear indication that they have their eyes set on another championship run. As for the Bills, this trade signals their own determination to make a Super Bowl run. They've had a strong regular season in recent years, but have fallen short when it comes to the postseason. With their offense now enhanced, they are giving themselves the tools to make a deep playoff run. With a new weapon in their arsenal, the Bills are hoping to finally get over the hump and bring a championship to Buffalo. Let's take a deeper look at the trade itself. From a numbers perspective, both teams seem to be making a fair exchange. The Chiefs are getting a player who can immediately contribute to their defensive game, while the Bills are getting a player who can increase their offensive efficiency. It's a win-win situation, but it also depends on how both players adjust to their new teams. We'll have to wait and see how this trade pans out in the long term. What does this trade mean for the long-term future of both teams? The Chiefs are setting themselves up to stay competitive in the AFC for years to come with this move. As for the Bills, they're pushing their chips all in, showing they're not satisfied with just making it to the playoffs. This trade is a signal that both teams are ready to make the moves necessary to become long-term contenders. The next few seasons will be exciting as both teams battle it out for AFC supremacy. Now, let's take a closer look at the players involved in the trade. The Chiefs are acquiring a player known for their exceptional skills in pass rush and run defense. This player has been a standout in their previous seasons, showing consistent ability to pressure quarterbacks and disrupt offensive plays. For the Bills, they're bringing in a player with incredible speed and agility, a player that will open up more opportunities for their offense. Let's break down how each player's specific skills will complement their new team. This trade is huge not just for the Chiefs and the Bills, but for the entire AFC. The competition for the top spot in the AFC is fierce, with teams like the Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, and Ravens all fighting for supremacy. By making this move, both teams are positioning themselves as even stronger contenders for the next few seasons. We'll take a look at how this trade stacks up against the other AFC powerhouses. Does this put the Chiefs or Bills at the top of the pile, or do other teams still hold an edge? The Chiefs' offseason has been focused on one thing: improving their defense. While their offense has been dominant for years, their defense has been inconsistent at times. This trade marks the latest in a series of moves aimed at strengthening their defensive line. Adding this player gives the Chiefs a boost in stopping the run and putting pressure on opposing quarterbacks. With more depth and talent on defense, the Chiefs are setting themselves up to compete not just for the AFC Championship, but for another Super Bowl. For the Bills, integrating this new player into their system will be key to maximizing their potential. With Josh Allen already leading a high-powered offense, this new acquisition could make them even more dangerous. The player's role will likely be to stretch the field and create mismatches for the defense. Whether it's through deep passes or making defenders miss in the open field, this new player will be asked to create big plays. Let's talk about how the Bills' coaching staff might integrate this talent into their offensive scheme. It's important to consider why both players likely wanted this trade. For the Chiefs, they're acquiring a player who is known for their fierce competitiveness and desire to win big. This player wants to play for a contender, and the Chiefs provide the perfect platform to chase a Super Bowl ring. As for the player heading to the Bills, they're seeking a new opportunity to play in a dynamic, fast-paced offense. They've always wanted to be part of a team with such a high ceiling, and the Bills represent that. This trade is a chance for both players to take their careers to new heights. Whenever a big trade happens, there's always the question of how the new player will fit into the team's chemistry. Both the Chiefs and the Bills have strong locker rooms, but adding a new player can always create some challenges. The key will be how quickly the new additions can get acclimated to their teammates and the team's playbook. Fortunately, both the Chiefs and Bills have experienced coaching staffs that know how to integrate new players effectively. But team dynamics are never predictable, so it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds in training camp and preseason games. The reactions to this trade have been mixed, but overall, there's excitement from both the Chiefs and the Bills. Chiefs head coach Andy Reid has spoken highly of the new addition, saying that this player brings an edge to their defense. On the other hand, Bills head coach Sean McDermott is thrilled to add another playmaker to their already explosive offense. But the real reactions will come from the players themselves. How will Mahomes, Kelsey, and the Chiefs respond to this new defensive addition? Will Josh Allen be excited to work with his new weapon? We'll likely see some of these reactions in interviews once the players settle into their new roles. This trade is more than just about one season. It could affect the AFC for years to come. Both the Chiefs and the Bills are positioning themselves for long-term success, and this trade is a statement of intent. By making these moves, they're showing that they're not content to just make it to the playoffs. They're looking to dominate the AFC. The future of the AFC is going to be extremely competitive, and with these two teams making moves to improve, expect even more fireworks in future seasons. When it comes to blockbuster trades, this one is in great company. The NFL has seen several major trades that altered the trajectory of teams. Think of the trades that sent Randy Moss to the Patriots or the one that brought Brett Favre to the Vikings. This trade between the Chiefs and Bills could be seen in a similar light, where both teams are pushing all their chips into the middle of the table. We'll take a look at how this trade compares to past trades that reshaped teams and their Super Bowl chances. So, what's next for the Chiefs and the Bills after this massive trade? For the Chiefs, they'll likely continue to focus on developing their defense, working with their new player to make sure they're ready for the season. As for the Bills, the pressure will be on their offense to click immediately. Both teams will need to continue working hard in training camp to gel as units, and they'll need their key players to step up. The next few months will be crucial for both teams as they prepare for the upcoming season, and you can bet we'll be covering all the latest updates right here on Kansas City Chiefs Today.